Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is Leading Off Live, brought to you by Bet365. Use that promo code Leading Off, bet $5. Get 150 in bonus bets when you do. It's me, Joey P. That's the Welsh. We are rested and refreshed from a fun weekend. Lots of good times. Welsh's kids were active in the arts. I was supporting the arts, also supporting youth sports. Our 12U Raiders moved on with a goal line stand. 3 straight stops at the goal line in flag football. I've never seen such a thing. An unbelievable victory. I'm still fired up. Goosebumps, Welsh. Still the goosebumps.
I could see them
yesterday. It was exciting.
Yeah, they're on camera right now. You can see those goosebumps.
What an exciting time.
R.L.
I also
Stein over here.
60 comments in the chat before we even get going today. So welcome, Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. It's good to see all of you here in the chat. Welsh, some good, the bad, and the ugly of the Major League Baseball this weekend. Juan Soto forearm. Let's start there, because when last we left you, Juan Soto's health was in peril, and it might still be in peril. Now he is day to day with a forearm injury. Now he might be going to the IL. We haven't ruled it out. He might be okay. We haven't ruled it out. Trent Grisham was getting the start in case anybody cares about that. But Welsh, the Yanks get a win yesterday. Obviously, we'll get to Garrett Cole in a second. That's the other big Yankee news. A lot of Yankee-centric stuff lately. But again, it feels like the worst is not the scenario so far. So how do you kind of take this Juan Soto stuff right now? Do you think he is going to go on the IL? I say yes. What say you?
Yeah, I mean, I think the most likely situation would be, though, kind of like, why not do it? But they can retroactively put him on. During, I think it was Saturday's game, Garrett Cole was being interviewed. It was that's right. It was the day before the Somerset game. And Soto was in the dugout, good spirits, messing around, laughing, cheering. You can kind of take, like, that could be a guy that doesn't hit the IL at all. But no matter what it is, whether it's he rests for a couple more days or he hits the IL and it's retroactive, it's not going to be a lot. I think he's clearly, he dodged a major bullet here. He's going to be fine. And then that does put a big question into a lot of what we discussed. What about Jason Dominguez? They were rolling out the Trent Grishams and the, Verdugo's obviously locked in there. So what does that do? And it does kind of put like a shoulder shrug of, I don't know, because all Jason Dominguez continues to do is dominate the minor leagues. He's just killing AAA again. So I don't know if his potential return is going to be tied at all to Juan Soto. At this moment, it kind of seems like they really are pressing Dominguez down a little bit right now. So, I still say it's a great speculative ad until we have a little bit more clarity, but it might not amount to anything in the near future.
Yeah, not a lot of games so far in at bats for Dominguez. So right now he's up to, let's see, 4 at A ball, 10 at AA, and 5 so far at AAA.
It's almost 20 games.
I don't know. I mean, that's barely spring training, right? I mean, that's kind of in that range. So I mean, look, he is crushing the ball. AAA's at 500 right now, so certainly a guy that looks like he's ready. So that's the good news if you're the Yankees, is if God forbid there is a problem, maybe you do bring up Dominguez. Maybe he does have a good week or two in him, and Soto gets healthy, because you need Soto for October. So don't be surprised if, regardless of whatever you're hearing or seeing right now, that he still goes on the IL anyway. Garrett Cole, 4 1/3 innings, 1 run in the rehab start, struck out 4, sitting around at 95 range. Max Scherzer also 4 shutout innings for him, taking the ball for AAA on Sunday. So both of these guys, we could get back sooner than later. I think Scherzer will beat him back. That's my instincts, Welsh. But Cole, another good start. What do you want to take out of these 2 rehab starts for these 2 potential aces of their respective staffs?
I actually wouldn't be surprised if these guys are on the exact same timeline, like right there. I mean, if Scherzer's only going 4, you're going to need at least 1 more. I think we've already speculated that we're going to get 1 more out of Cole, and then he's going to come up. I think we'd call it the week of, whatever it is, the 17th, or because he's going to have that 1 more, which I think would line up to like Friday. But I think it's encouraging. I think every owner that has their share, whether you paid the high price early or you got that major discount, this is a great time, because he's going to step. I really, truly believe he's going to step right back into all of it. Though the only thing that is on my mind, though, is what truly will happen to Luis Gil in this situation. I have someone that I respect, and their thoughts of it say that they actually think that Gil could be moved to the bullpen when Garrett Cole gets activated, which I think would be wildly over dramatic, but he's like 30 something innings away from his cap. I tend to want to be very Pollyanna about the situation and say, you know what? I get it, but this guy is the second best pitcher on your roster.
Yeah.
So
Do you want him to be starting games in October, or do you want him starting games in July?
But if you really care about the innings, I'm not even sure it's going to be about that. Like, is it going to be like if you put him to the bullpen now, then you're taking away that idea.
I don't think
you're taking away
bullpen.
the big innings.
I don't even think it's bullpen. I think he gets sent down and becomes one of these 3-inning pitchers like the Max Myers of the world. That's what I think really happens, and that's going to piss everybody right
That's
the hell
going to piss
off.
me off. It's going to because I feel like I'm the only defender.
You're not wrong in your defense of it, but I think what it comes down to is the Yankees are looking long-term this season and long-term with Heel. So what are they doing? I mean, when he hits 100 innings, he's going to turn into a pumpkin here. And I do think you're going to see him become one of these 3-inning pitchers, and then eventually they'll ramp him back up. And hopefully by September, you get him back up and around, making last, 4 starts of the year. That's your best path, barring anything disastrous happening with Cole.
It's tough. It's tough because every human being has taken he's the ultimate sell. My only problem is I think it's gone so far that I don't think that makes sense anymore. Like, it makes more sense to buy him because every human being is like, you got to sell him. The way he is performing, what he is providing you is so elite of elite.
I know, but it's also unsustainable. I mean, he's not going to pitch you a 5.4 ERA. I mean, a 0.54 ERA like he did the last 2 weeks. Like, that's not going to happen.
But I'm not betting on that. But if you're betting on a low 3, high 2 ERA with one of the better strikeout ratios in baseball and more maintained walks, he's like a top 20 SP. So it's like, are you going to take that off the market?
I wish it didn't come to this. It's the business of baseball, Welsh. And I just think it has us all trying to be more realistic. And you are right. But the unwritten rules of baseball tell us now that he's going to the minor leagues, and he is going to be.
I don't believe he's going to the minor leagues, and I really truly don't.
I think the problem is you want to keep this guy on routine. You want to keep him healthy. You want to keep him normal. Moving him to the bullpen, having him pitch sporadically, I think is a disaster.
You're not wrong about that. You know what? You're not. That the scenario makes sense. I'm going to live in this bubble that they are going to continue to let Heel pitch through July. And then they're going to come to terms with that, whatever that is in August, whether that is we can't have him as a starter because we're so worried about these innings and now he's bullpen, or you're going to screw him now. And this guy could be to the All-Star game. And if you move him to the bullpen now or in a week or so, I don't know. I find it hard to believe that they're going to take that drastic of a road. But I think it's an interesting conversation because behind the scenes of Fantasy Pros, every damn tweet is, you got to sell Heel. You got to sell Heel. But
I've been saying this for a month now because I knew winter was coming. But like, it's a great conversation. Let's move on to the other stuff. Here's Barry. I have a feeling that people in my leagues have been listening to your show because every week when waivers run, they're picking up all the guys you talk about. So we got to throw them off the scent. Well, it's funny you say that, Barry, because starting this week, the trade video, the waiver wire video are going to be here in the show. So we're going to be doing a segment. Now we're still going to clip them off. So I hate to tell you this, but your friends are still going to get to see them. But we want everybody to watch leading off, so we stay on the air. That's more important, Barry.
You'll actually have the ability to be a day ahead, or at least, I don't know, hours ahead before it goes public.
Hours ahead, at least. Yes, that's a good point.
Live.
Very good point. If you're watching live, there's your incentive. We'll give you the names live, and then you're ahead of the game. But yes, starting this week, so instead of the standalone videos, you're going to get segments in the show, just like we do prospecting with the Welsh. And you're going to see them on the YouTube channel, probably like Welsh said, a couple hours later or what have you. Let's get to some more news and notes here. We also had, the Astros putting Kyle Tucker on the IL with the shin contusion. Now, the good news about this is Joey Loperfido's coming back up, and he's going to play some outfield, Welsh. Now, I like this. Here's my again, I didn't make the tinfoil hat. I got to make a tinfoil hat today. Joey Loperfido does not get sent back down after this. He stays up there, and Jose Abreu is gone after this whenever Kyle Tucker comes back. What do you think? Am I crazy?
No, I mean, I actually thought that was the plan. Like when Abreu went down, Loperfido was playing in the outfield. Great. Let's keep him. Let's keep going here. But it just isn't, it doesn't. Jake Myers has been playing well. I guess they feel they have like a glut. Yeah, I think at some point they got to make that commitment that this is not working with Abreu. And then Loperfido should be up, I think, rest of season. But, what do we know? Why did they send him down last time? But, yeah, I think it's
because they sent him down because of money. They sent him down because It's like, look, we try to give this veteran the benefit of the doubt. Let's give him a break. Let's give him a shutdown. Let's give him a restart. See if we can get him going. And you tried everything. Speaking of the Astros, Jay Grizz wants to know, what do you think about Hunter Brown rest of season? He's had a nice turnaround lately, and good thing too, because Verlander has been stinking, and now Christian Javier's out for the year.
Yeah, I'm with the turnaround. I think we talked about this a week or so ago. Lance Brozdowski had talked about how it looked like Hunter Brown had added in a cutter at some portion of this year, and you're seeing the percentage up. Or, I'm sorry, a sinker. He didn't even throw it last year, the sinker, and it's now up to around 8% so far in the season. It's created a really low batting average. It's creating him being able to hit multiple spots in the zone. Yeah, I'm with it. And, his fastball, he's given up an over 300 batting average against his four-seam fastball, but it's got an expected batting average down around 250. So giving a different look with that sinker, I think, is opening up some of this, maybe making that splitter more effective, or that split finger's got like an almost 40% whiff rate. I think Hunter Brown is a really solid buy right now.
Continuing on here, no Astros news anymore. We're done with that. George Kirby, 7 innings of 1-run ball against the Royals. On the flip side of that same game, Cole Reagans, 6 innings, struck out 9, no decision for him. And Jose Ramirez, his MVP odds have moved since the Soto injury. So they were plus 2,400. Now they're plus 1,800 over the weekend. I still say Jose Ramirez is very much in this thing. 3 for 5 with a run score, 2 for him. Let's get to some fun things. I don't know how fun this was, just kind of interesting. So Tyler Glasnow gave you 12 strikeouts yesterday. But he gave up 5 runs and 8 hits in 6 innings, so kind of a mixed bag. You know, got a save yesterday, Welsh?
Now approaching the stage for saves out of the bullpen, Genesis Cabrera.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Genesis to the stage.
On me when you need my love. Shota Imanaga also getting back to the winning ways. He was 5-0 through his first 6 starts, and then gone 5 straight starts without a W. But that streak ends. His ERA is still under 2. And the Cubs are 10-2 when he pitches. How about them apples, Welsh?
He's been great. And, for all of my
little money line,
all my little 10, what is it? The cap, 10 caps? 10 caps? Yeah, tinfoil hat. For mine with Shota is really just been about him coming back down to earth a little bit. And that's all that's happening. Like, mine was never like, hey, he's going to not be good because he throws the 2 pitches. It's just like, no, he's going to find some stabilization. And I think we're starting to get that. The league is kind of caught up. He's becoming a really solid top 20 SP rest of season, get some of those wins. I think it's a really good sign. Probably a buying opportunity is past if you wanted to get back into that business, but very, very solid for Imanaga. And he's going to be one of those NL Rookie of the Year top candidates.
Here's another question here from the Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Better pick up Boz or Robbie Ray in a 12-team head-to-head? I say Robbie Ray.
I say Boz. I say Boz.
Why Boz for you?
Because I don't think Robbie Ray. I mean, Robbie Ray is
July 12th is what I read this morning. That's the target date, mid-July.
Well, I think Boz
after the All-Star break.
I think Boz is going to be up like any day. He's already been in AAA. I guess I'm worried about the full usage of Robbie Ray. Like, he pitched 1 inning a couple days ago, and I didn't see what his
this weekend he pitched. Stay tuned, everybody, for more Robbie Ray here on the show. Rookie Hurston Waldrop was called up. 7 runs, 4 hits, 3 2/3. They lost to the Nats. I know people were trying to spin this like it wasn't that bad. I don't know, Welsh.
I watched it. Well, no, it definitely fell apart. But I think what the spin, and I'm with the spin a little bit as I'm trying to pull this up. The spin is because he didn't give up a hit through the first part of the order. He completely dominated through that first set. And then it did fall apart. He gave up a bunch of weak contact, though. I think that was something to be really positive about. But the pitch mix kind of failed him. He got into that walking way. That split finger is a ridiculous pitch. It really is a ridiculous pitch if you watch it. He was throwing it at any point in the count. It had a 42% whiff rate in this game. It was awesome, but he's going to have to learn to have full implementation in there. I actually don't think, like, if everybody were to give up completely on Waldrop, I would be interested if they commit to him to continue going, because I'm not sure that they used him to stretch out the starters. I'm not sure this is going to be a full long-term one, but I don't know, dude. When you see starters like this, absolutely dominant to start the game. Guys couldn't get on the split finger. He'd go split finger, then fastball, and then just fall apart in that second part of the. I just feel like that's something that he can.
It's the art of
rebound
pitch, and
from.
I think this is where we lose. Not we, but baseball loses people. The royal we.
Yeah.
He walked 4 guys. He had 1 strikeout. The results matter. Yes, certain metrics do also be. Well, his spin rate was quite high, and I believe that there's some other things were. Yeah, okay, all that's fine, and maybe all that we can look into bigger sample sizes, and look, the sample size of AAA, it was very good. Like, he's been very good this year, but at the end of the day, it was a failure. It was a failure, and it was just funny to watch the Twitterverse kind of try to spin this, and I know you're excited about it, Twitterverse, and I know the prospect nerds love this stuff, but it wasn't good. It wasn't a good start. Drew Thorpe, he's gonna get a shot from AA. Drew Thorpe was a guy who had a good spring. I tried to pick him up in my league this week. I was so mad, Welsh. I lost out by $1. I wanted to jump off of a tall building today. I couldn't. I was like, why didn't I get him? $8 bid over my $7 bid. Sucks. Anyway, he is at a 1.35 ERA, 56 strikeouts, 17 walks, and 11 starts. How aggressive should people be on Drew Thorpe?
You got me thinking off of that last one. If one bad outing from Hurston Waldrep is gonna make you say that he's garbage, then you shouldn't be aggressive.
Garbage. I said.
Well, you also are slamming anybody that's willing to defend it.
Failure. I'm not.
Yes.
See, and again, I didn't say you. I said the royal we, and you still got hurt.
No. But what I'm telling you is
hurt.
But you were taking. You're like, oh, Twitterverse. Everyone's trying to spin it. Oh, results matter.
They are. They're trying to spin it like it wasn't that bad. Well, it was that bad. It was the freaking Nationals. It wasn't like the Dodgers beat them around the ballpark.
Okay. Well, this is a White Sox team. So if you can't handle Hurston Waldrep in his first start, you're not going to be able to handle Drew Thorpe as a White Sox or any pitching prospect for that matter that's left out there. But I do believe that Drew Thorpe is going to maintain, kind of like Waldrep, low hard hit contact, great changeup, really difficult differential between his fastball and changeup. I think he's going to give a hitter's fit, but he might get hit up some. He's not going to have run support with the White Sox. So buyer beware. What does that start, by the way? I don't even know who the White Sox are going.
Tomorrow.
No, I know that, but who are they playing?
I don't know.
If it's the Braves, no, definitely not.
I don't know who the White. I got to look and see who the White Sox are playing.
Yeah, someone will tell us who that is.
White Sox are playing the Seattle Mariners.
Okay, I mean, they can't hit. They have no offense. There's a bunch of strikeouts. So yeah, I do kind of like that start, but beware. He might give up 3 or 4 earned runs like rookie pitchers do. And
he's jumping from AA too. He's jumping from AA. Look, I think with Thorpe, you have tempered expectations because he's a White Sox. And again, I'm not saying that Waldrep is a failure. I'm saying his start was a failure. And everybody I kept looking at the internet kept trying to tell me that it's not true. And I'm like, no, it's pretty much true. Wyatt Langford, 2 for 4 with a triple. You smell that, Welsh? Smells like rookie of the year is starting to turn.
Because he had a triple? He had 1 triple.
And Louis Steele is going to get a ticket, a one-way ticket to Scranton, right? Is that where the Yankees are?
I don't know. Just send him to Somerset. Why not? Just cut him.
No,
you know what? They should just
release
Luis Heel. He's worthless now. They should send him to the Mexican Independent League.
Scranton. I was right. Scranton Wilkes-Barre. He's going to go work in the office.
Yeah.
Louis Heel, the paper company.
That's actually right. I've never wanted someone to buck the trend and become rookie of the year more than Luis Heel now.
It's a little office on the kazoo for you.
That was good. They're doing a remake, or they're not like a remake. They're doing a new, it's like an in-universe new Office show.
It's called a spinoff.
Yeah, there you go, spinoff. But it's like
The Office isn't original. The American Office is a spinoff of.
Is that in the same universe as the British Office?
No, it's a remake. It's an Americanized version of the BBC Office with Ricky Gervais, which is very darkly funny and very different than the American Office. And I think if you saw that one first and loved it, you had a hard time getting into the American one because
there's some new one that looks the casting maybe it's just because we don't know them. It looks incredibly funny. They're doing like a new thing. Look it up.
Scranton. Heel's gonna be in Scranton. I just want to point this out, because I did some homework on this over the weekend for the TV show, is that Gunnar Henderson last year hit $182, then he hit 212 or whatever it was. He did nothing in April and May, nothing. Then he proceeded to hit 5 to 6 home runs and every other month, drive in about 15 to 20 runs every other month. And Wyatt Langford is capable of that run. And as great as Heel is, if he A, goes to the bullpen, or B, ends up becoming fodder at Scranton for 2.5 months. Guess what? Wyatt Langford right now is like plus 2,500 for this award. I'm going to go spike bet that today as well. 3 up and 3 down. Aaron Judge, 24th dinger of the season. Good for him. Jose Altuve, 4 for 5. Belted his 10th homer. Speaking of Altuve, I had to move this. I got to find it. I had to get Altuve. I had no room for the Altuve.
That's the greatest bobblehead I've ever seen.
Do you know how I got this?
No.
I had a bet with Ariel Cohen that Jose Altuve wouldn't hit more than 20 home runs the following season after he hit 24 or whatever it was. And I said, you're wrong. He has more power than you realize. He's a strong little man. You don't respect the little guy. And we made a wager, and this is what I won. I won this. This was
amazing. That's the best looking bobblehead I've ever seen.
It's the Game of Thrones Altuve because he's so little on the big throne.
Yeah, that's life size.
That was mean. Tariq Skubal, fan 10 guys. That was also mean at 6 2/3 there against the Brew Crew. 3 down. Patrick Sandoval, not so great against the Stros. 5 runs, 8 hits, 5 2/3. Verlander again, no decision. 4 runs, 7 hits, and 5. And Ryan McMahon 0 for 4. He is now 7 for 57. But Verlander's the one I want to talk about. Welsh, is old man time finally come for Justin Verlander because it's starting to feel like it.
I mean, from the version that he was, yeah, he's not that like elite.
Even last
crazy
year's version.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's kind of similar to last year's ish version, but look in here, he's on a 5-year decline on his K percentage. Yep. He's almost on a 5-year increase on his walk. It's the second highest walk rate of his career. 3-year increase on his actual ERA and expected ERA, and guess what? Another 3-year increase on barrels. So, he's giving up a bunch of barrels. He's giving up a lot more runs. He's striking out less, walking more. He's becoming inefficient. He's a mediocre pitcher. He's just a mediocre pitcher at this point. I'm not saying he's streamable, but I'm also saying if you're in a 10-team league, he's not streamable. I don't think he's a must.
I know the Angels have been better than people realize at times, and even me, I'll take the heat on that one. But like, if we can't start against the Angels, like, come on, man. Like, we're.
I mean, Chris Sale got blasted by the A's. Like, things happen, but I get your
things do happen, but this is happening more often.
Yeah,
and Chris Sale's still giving you like 8 strikeouts in some of those games if he gets.
Well, Chris Sale and him are not even in the same territory. But to your point, his 2 starts this month, he's given up 4 earned runs and only gone 5. Like he doesn't. Here's a big thing. It doesn't really look like he's able to maintain consistency across multiple starts. He has like 2. It looks like it's a 2-start run he can go where he can go 6 or 7, and then he kind of blows up again. He's on that bad run right now, going 5 in his last 2, giving up 8 earned runs and only striking out 7. So,
Injury news: negative X-rays on the wrist of Alex Bregman. That's good because Bregman's been very hot the last 2 weeks. Very hot. I just want to say, we promised Robbie Ray news. We're going to give you Robbie Ray news. 5 strikeouts and 2 innings in the rehab appearance at the Arizona complex on Saturday. So again,
but that's my issue right there. It's the innings, 1 and then 2, and maybe 3.
I think by the All-Star break, that's when what I read today was All-Star break. Like that, they're either before or right after. And that's good. I just like Robbie Ray as a pitcher. That's Shea Baz has a lot of talent, but Robbie Ray's won a Cy Young. I mean,
I think maybe better. It's a better team context too. Robbie Ray's a weird dude, by the way. If you ever been him, he walks around and just grunts. Like people talk to him and he just grunts. He doesn't say words to people. I swear to God, I'm not even.
Is that on days when he pitches or just
any day? If he's ever like
because Scherzer's like that too. He's like if he's on a day where he's pitching, you don't want to go near him. He's like a real cantankerous guy.
But that's like on the Mariners backfield when Ray was a Mariner, he would just walk on the backfields and he just grunt. He just doesn't say words. He's such an interesting individual, but he also was not good before he got hurt. And Boz is really good. So maybe Robbie Ray.
Did you say Robbie Ray wasn't good before he got hurt?
No, he had inconsistencies, didn't he? Am I making that up?
I remember winning a Cy Young, Welsh.
Okay,
I think.
Did he win a Cy Young right as he got hurt? Not like 4 years ago.
He won the Cy Young in 2021. 248
he had
strikeouts.
8 ERA in 2023.
Hold on. There was 1 start. He had an 8 ERA in his elbow. He had 3 innings.
Okay, well, he had a 3.71 ERA in 2022.
Yeah, but he struck out 212 guys, and he had a 1.19 WHIP.
He
A
was fine.
3.7 ERA in the American League West. Okay, fine. Like, whatever.
He was fine. 2 years ago, he was fine. 2013, it exploded.
You're
downtrend.
You are mad still because I said Louis Heal's going to the bullpen, and you know it's going to
I'm
happen. Now
still mad
you've been
about
mad.
that.
Everybody,
I hope Robbie Ray goes
Welsh
to the bullpen.
mad since I've said that. I feel like I've ruined his whole Monday. I feel like somebody's got a case of the Mondays. So I
hate that. Anybody ever tell you got a case of Mondays? No. Hell no. I reckon
I'd feel better. Jack Flaherty's not going to start tomorrow against the Nats because of the back. So he said he was, and now he's not. There you go.
I ruined him.
Ty France goes to the IL 10 days. We have Yoshida working his way back for the Red Sox. 1 for 4 AAA yesterday. Robert Gasser is going to get a third opinion because the 2 weren't enough. So here's the thing. So the second opinion said that he has a durability issue in the UCL. No tears, but this durability issue. So he might go into surgery anyway instead of the rehab route just because there seems to be a weakness. What do you want to do about this, Welsh? I mean, this seems kind of like very cloak and dagger. I've never heard this one. Have you?
No.
No more Gasser?
Yeah, bye-bye, Gasser. One doctor, shame on you. 2 doctors, shame on. We don't need all of these.
Shame on everyone. Like, I don't. 3
We're done. We don't need Robert Gasser.
I'd like to get.
How many opinions do you need?
I don't know.
Go to the internet. You'll get all your opinions in one shot. What should you have?
True.
We're done. Robert Gasser's not anything that we need to worry about for this year's perspective. By the way, you blasted through it. Just want to mention Tyler Locklear got the call up, who's someone that I had written up in the prospect article for Ty France. And deep, he's very interesting. I don't think he'll stick around, but he's interesting. What are you laughing at?
I can't believe you said Robbie Ray was trash. He had an 80 ERA. He had 1 start and his elbow blew out.
He was mediocre. He was fine the year before. He
was more than fine.
ERA.
When you have a strikeout rate above 10 per 9, like that's better than okay. And a whip at 1.19, that's better than okay.
3 of his last 5 starts in 2022, he had 4 and 5 earned runs in each of those. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe that's what's imprinted in my brain. I know
you're not excited about him, but like, I don't know. And Robbie Ray pitching, for the San Francisco Giants in that ballpark.
No, I think that's relatively nice. I mean,
fair. That's not a very good ballpark for hitting baseballs, by the way.
Post All-Star break, a 4 ERA in 2022 with the Mariners and a 1.35 whip. I'm saying, I guess if I said he was garbage, he's not garbage. He just wasn't great.
You were very harsh. Bobby Miller, 2 runs, 1 earned in the shoulder rehab start of 4 innings on Friday. AAA. Kodai Senga will not return next month before the All-Star break. I just want to say out loud, I told you so, everyone. I am one. Welsh isn't, but I am one to say I told you so. There's something about you put the blue and orange on, and things just do not go well in life. It's one of those things. But yeah, so Kodai Senga ain't pitching, and Alek Manoah ain't pitching the rest of the year too. He underwent surgery, so there you go. Welsh, lots of fun going on in baseball, and today on a Monday, I think we've got some interesting bets. So are you ready for the best bets
of the day
with Joey P and the Welsh? Make sure you place your wagers over on Bet365. Use that promo code leading off. Bet $5, get 150 in bonus bets at Bet365. 365. That's the place to do it. All the betting. 18 or over in Kentucky. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or call your mama. 1-800-BETS off in Iowa. Terms and conditions apply. Again, use that promo code leading off, but not when you call your mama. Welsh, I'm going to kick things off today. New York Yankees on the money line, minus 126 on the road with Rodon on the mound against Kansas City. The juice is a little bit, so I'm willing to go 2 units on this bad boy, and I did over at bettingpros.com/Joe. Great first 3 or 4 days last week, and then like 4th, 5th day kind of tailed off a little bit. So I want to start the week off right. San Diego on the run line, minus 1.5. Dylan Cease has pitched great. They're taking on the Oakland A's. This is a W. Don't blow this for me, Padres. Cease has been excellent. Fernando Tatis hitting over 400 last few weeks. Also, home road splits. I don't know if you've seen this on Tatis. Incredibly different. I'm talking about 340 against 230 home and road. He has been lights out at home. So Tatis has been red hot. He's been great at home. More Tatis stuff. Total bases over 1.5 at minus 110. And if you put the Padres on the run line at minus 1.5, along with Tatis to get a hit, you get plus 154. That, my friends, is the same game parlay of the day. SGP style. Welsh, what do you have for the people today?
Well, we're going to be playing some first fives, and we are going to be playing some run totals. So I'm going to the Colorado-Minnesota game. You got Hudson, and you've got Paddock. Paddock can get into these good. He has just like one bad inning. So between the two, I'm going to play the first five over 4.5 runs. I actually think the total game line even looks a little bit low for what we usually been seeing. But Colorado, Minnesota, first five, 4.5 runs over is my play. That's around like -115. Number two, Toronto and the Brewers first five. You're actually getting even money for 4.5 runs over. Barrios underlying stats have been kind of You got Colin Ray out there. I'm betting on the offenses to really play in here more so that the pitchers are imploding. The offenses are going to really take hand. Adames got a good record against Barrios. I love Vlad in this game against Ray. And then I am going into a money line parlay. You mentioned San Diego Padres. The lines are rough today. Everything is just like, it's like, Dylan Cease, 8.5 strikeouts plus money, but it's 8.5. And if you want to take the under, it's -190. It's like, that's how the whole day is. Run lines and money lines and all of that is tough. So I'm taking a money line parlay, San Diego Padres backing Dylan Cease and the Baltimore Orioles backing Corbin Burns.
Nice.
Both of those
Good.
money lines together plus 146. That's probably one of my favorite ones of the day. It's the first one that I bet. Those are my three bets. Might add a play or two on a shorter slate, but you can follow me at bettingpros.com/Welsh.
And download the Betting Pros app, everybody. Start betting smarter, not harder. Find the best lines at the best spots. Sync your sports books for free. Those, my friends, are the best bets of the day. And make your bets over at bet365. Welsh, we are getting to a point here where I am hanging on. Literally, it's like I feel like John McClane in Die Hard. I'm like just hanging on by the skin of my teeth here. Look at me. Oh, what a disgrace.
Oh, you're barely
Like,
there. I mean, I'm not even in the picture.
You're
though.
at 14. I didn't know you were still in the competition. I didn't know.
Oh, I'm at 14. That's actually kind of
14.
encouraging. I'm at 14.
You're still in the neighborhood.
I got a gunner one this weekend.
You gotta go. You did get a gunner bomb. There you go. I'm gonna stick with my Fernando Tatis Jr. I've been ice cold for a long time now. So Tatis, I'm looking at you, buddy. You're red hot. Don't let me down. Okay. Welsh, where are you going for your home run call today?
All right. Joe leaving the show. Welsh getting on the board. I'm going to go with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vladdy Jr. He was kind of my big talk of what it was like 2 weeks ago on the trades of saying, hey, everything is great. The homers just haven't been there. All he's got to do, get the ball in the air. What started to happen? Ball in air. This would be a good one. Better on the road, better slugging percentage on the road for Vlad. He's got like 2/3 of his homer. It's more at bats, obviously, as well, but he's got a better slugging percentage overall, better home run rate on the road. So I'm going to take Vlad today for my home run call, and maybe he can get me 2, and maybe even 3. Maybe I can get on the board this week.
My God.
Fingers
Maybe. Go
Maybe.
join our Discord so you can hang out with us on Cleaning Up every single Wednesday. And of course, fantasypros.com/chat. It's free. It's fun. Go join there, and you'll thank me later. Actually, thank me now because it's already good. Also, don't forget, every week we got the cycle going on here. So Mike Mayer was hosting the cycle this week. I told him I'd listen to it over the weekend, and I lied because I got so busy with all the stuff going on. So I'm going to have to listen to it today on my walk. So I apologize, Mike Mayer, but I still love you.
I love the thought of like you with the lady and the kids in the car and making them listen to Mayer doing the cycle.
No, not happening. Not happening at all. Yeah, hey guys, you want to go listen to my friend Mike's podcast about baseball? Please. No.
Oh, making me so happy.
Well. Not go well.
Enjoy that.
But I'm a man of my word, so I will go listen to it as well. And you guys go support it too. Again, subscribe to Fantasy Pros MLB wherever you get your podcasts, and that'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. We'll be back again tomorrow. For the Welsh, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.
Peace.
Mm-hmm.